Prepálnime na to, ideme to rozprúdiť. Je 30.10.2024. Začíname 18.45 podľa nášho času. A dneska máme 344. relaxačný tréningový deň, takže začneme 344. Ideme si zobrať paketku. Áno, zoberiem si vestu. Skontrolujeme zvukovú stopu. Dneska bude tvrdý deň, konečne posled sme fixili healera, môžem povedať, že je fixnutý. Prepálnime na to, ideme to rozprúdiť. Je 30.10.2024. Začneme 18.45. Táto 344 sa začína. Môžem povedať, že healera už máme hotového, už nemusíme vôbec žiadne veci konečne prenášať. Aj ten opasok ešte na Česku potrebujem dať, že je tam problém s tým, lebo nemám modrý opasok, ktorý by som do neho feedol. Nemám teda modrý opasok, ktorý by som do neho feedol. Dneska je teda suplikožltý, 100, 90, 80, 70 a 60 clicksterov. Ideme hneď stovku rozprúdiť. Len tu si pustíme túto buržoáziu. Že nejaké zmeny sa blížia. V tróne, tak teda sa na to pozrieme, aké zmeny sa blížia v tróne a ideme dať tú stovku popri tom, dobre? Aké zmeny sa blížia v tróne.
Alright, what's up guys? Willis here, back again with another Throne and Liberty video. Quite a big one for you guys today. There's a lot of new weapon changes coming to Throne Liberty. We've got nerfs, buffs, more of like an adjustment as well. If you'd like to go to any specific point in this video, see what's been changed, there will be timestamps as well. We are actually giving away $100 today, guys. $100 in Lucent. If that's what you want, like the video, leave a comment, and make sure to subscribe to enter. We're going to be picking the winner today as well over on my Twitch stream. So I could even be live by the time you see this video. Just check the pinned comment. So yeah, there was a big, update that came out yesterday for Korea, and obviously we are getting some of these changes. Shout out to Tico Talks on the Throne and Liberty official channel. He was actually going over some of the changes and stuff. As well, I will be going over the new weapon changes which are coming also. So yeah, I'm basically just going to be summarizing the video, so we obviously don't have to watch the whole thing. Give you guys the most important things, and let's begin. So obviously they start off the video with the Halloween update and obviously the player community. So obviously it's in the Haunted Harvest event right now. He's excited about the Halloween themed Haunted Labyrinth dungeon, and he loves seeing obviously the players' outfits and stuff. He says thanks to players, millions of players have joined across. Crossplay supported is noted as a successful decision. The player community has grown quickly.
Počkej, už tu tá 1.5 už je tu, nemusím pozerať. 1.5.0. The BattleBots Phantom Tracker Star Season is still actualized. An avatar, an outfit. Increases the rate of boss portal scale. Increase the rate of boss portals scaling to the amount of players participating, providing more instances to spread players between fights and increase the window chances and collision. With epic reward selection chest. Dungeon dev abyss an issue defeated by gravity combat. 2 more customization tabs. Increases to 3. To je všetko. Tuto moc veľa nie je, čo hovorí ten pitches teda.
Saying a strong base for future updates. Now they then go on to talk about the bot management. Amazon Games is actively combating bots through enhanced detection, algorithms, running daily scans to swiftly ban bots, auction house protections to limit bot activities without impacting real players, RMT action, which I went over in my last video. Players involved in real money transactions face strict penalties, including suspensions and bans. You saw in my video yesterday that anyone caught doing this will basically have the lucent put into the negative. So that's not fun. Don't do that. World boss changes. Check it out. This is a pretty big change, which they mentioned. They're basically improving loot opportunities, I guess, for the more casual player. More balls for peace mode bosses. This spreads across fights, increasing drop chances. New chest drop. After a boss fight, players have a chance to select an epic item, improving loot relevancy. Nice. And then for the Abyss Dungeon and Eclipse skill adjustments, new portals will now transport players to dungeon safe zones for peace mode bosses, ensuring PvP free access. So what was happening on a lot of the more, I guess, guild-dominated servers, obviously a lot of the top guilds would basically eclipse the Conflict Abyss bosses every night, so they would basically secure it, but now it looks like new portals will obviously now transfer players directly to dungeon safe zones. Nice. Contribution system for Conflict World bosses. PvP deaths now decrease player contribution, influencing loot. UI indicators will be added to show contribution levels. So obviously on the Conflict World bosses in PvP, if you now kill another player, it will decrease their contribution. So you can actually remove the contribution that these guilds are putting on the bosses, and then you can just go ahead with your guild and obviously do more contribution. A very, very good change. Co-op dungeon adjustments. They've enhanced matchmaking, so the random dungeon queues now match players by combat power with a buff increase to 10%. Thank the Lord. Additional rewards. Completing random dungeon gives a extra dimensional shard with a chance for a larger reward. So a quick word about the rune and substance transformation system. Now, both of these systems aren't in the game yet, I'm pretty sure. But they did mention that obviously they're working with NCSoft to obviously figure out when it's a good time to put them in. But they mentioned that the rune system adjustment, no RNG for rune slot unlocking, a separate rune bag will make inventory management easier. And the substance transformation changes, tradable items won't be usable, limiting auction house exploits. Upcoming PvP options, a new on-demand PvP feature mid-November. This is structured PvP through arenas and conquest battles with customizable team sizes. And then they want to just let everyone know that there is a player feedback survey. The first survey will open October 31st in-game via the Celium notice board. So yeah, that's all of the changes from the video. Now we're going to move on to the weapon balancing update, which is actually coming out today in Korea. I don't know when we are going to be receiving it, but I'm assuming it will be very, very soon. Hey, we may even receive it at the same time. Who knows? So let's take a look at that. Once again, there will be timestamps if you want to skip to a specific weapon. So starting off with the sword and shield. So they've added a reduced cooldown for Iron Fortress, which I'm assuming because of the translation is a bit weird, is the Stalwart Bastion, probably one of the strongest tank abilities in the game. It basically makes your whole team tankier. And what they are doing is adding a cooldown specialization, which will cost 5 specialization points. They said the purpose of this change is intended to improve, obviously, PvP utility, allowing the sword and shield to better coordinate and support teammates with faster skill cycling. And that was the only sword and shield change. Next, we're moving on to probably one of my favorite weapons is the Greatsword. They have added a reduced cooldown for the Blood Devotion ability. So the Blood Devotion ability, if you don't know, this will transfer 40% of incoming damage from a selected party member to the user for 6 seconds. The user takes 100% of this damage transferred. So what they are doing is adding a reduced cooldown for this, which reduces the cooldown by 15 seconds, and this will cost 5 specialization points. Now, the translation is a bit weird here. So it does say there's an ability called the Wedge Charge, and it says what they're doing is just reclassifying it as a rage attack when applied. So I'm assuming they're either talking about the ascending slash, charging slash, or they're talking about precision dash. I'm still kind of unsure. The purpose of these changes is obviously they want to balance the Greatsword's powerful PvP performance by giving it counters while keeping it with its strong offensive capabilities. Next up, we're taking a look at the dagger. So it looks like Vampiric Strike has had a damage and healing increase, which is always good. Most of the healing and stuff has been improved on Vampiric Strike. One of the main changes, obviously, is the skill effect amplification, which is going to be changed from 15% to 20%, meaning daggers will now let you recover more damage on hit. They're also adding some new AoE damage on Frenzied Sword Dance, which will deal 60% of base damage to all enemies within a 3-meter radius, and this will cost 3 specialization points. Taking a look now at the crossbow. So for the crossbow, there's actually quite a few changes for the crossbow. They're changing explosive trap, so the duration has increased from 15 seconds to 20 seconds, and the duration specialization is from 10 to 15 seconds. So just longer explosive traps. They've also changed the multi-shot, which reduces nimble leap cooldown by 15 seconds now. And then moving on to longbow, a weapon I've just recently picked up actually. Seems like the healing side of the longbow is getting nerfed. So healing touch, it now shares a cooldown with the wand ability Swift Healing. So obviously all of you bow wand healers out there, I think what they're trying to do is just sort of nerf that healing. It's kind of a bit too crazy. Purifying touch, they're also changing this. When remove and weaken, it will now completely remove weaken, not one stack. And they're also changing the passive called Devoted Shield, which I think was the OP thing. You gain a 3-second shield if you hit when below 30% HP, 60-second cooldown. So what this does was getting struck by a weaken effect has a 7% chance to grant a shield for 3 seconds that absorbs 3,000 damage. So this now has a 60-second cooldown. So I feel like this is the thing I saw a lot of people complaining about, was just a random 3k health shield. So yeah, that was kind of a bit of annoying, I guess. But yeah, maybe it just needs to be tuned down a bit. So moving on to staff. So yeah, serial firebombs, focused firebomb now have an 80% chance to apply a 6-second 80% heal reduction buff. So this is getting buffed. Jesus Christ. Inferno Wave. Frenzied lightning wave damage will always transfer once if the target has wet frost. It will transfer once more. And then Ice Spear, the bind ignoring defense and resistance, and always binding has been fixed. Pretty crazy. So yeah, Judgment Lighting, one of my favorite abilities. Now this has a guaranteed consecutive use. 80% apply, 4-second, 30% shield block chance reduction debuff. And then the passive Frostmaster, auto attacks will now apply frost to a 3-meter radius from the target. If the target already has frost, it will not trigger. And then finishing up with the wand, Clay's Salvation. So the weaken removal will now completely remove weaken, not just one stack. Time for punishment. The burning time now also applies a 20% shield block chance reduction. And then Karmic Haze, fix an issue to ignore the chance and always spread the curse, will ignore shield block chance. There we go. And then Ray of Disaster, if the target dies, it will recast to the nearest target within 10 meters. And the expand target range has increased from 5 meters to 10 meters. And the move speed reduction, or the move speed slowed, has been increased from 15% to 30%. And that is pretty much all of the weapon balancing changes. A pretty big change update. Like I said, I don't know when this is coming to global, but assuming it's already out there, we should be getting it very, very soon. Pretty much, I think everything has been sort of buffed I guess apart from the longbow healing, that's kind of been nerfed a bit. So if you're a longbow one healer, got bad news. I'm sorry. Anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully it wasn't too long. And once again, we are giving away $100 today over on Twitch. So I could be live literally as this video goes up. Just like the video, leave a comment, and make sure to subscribe to enter, and just come and be in my Twitch chat. I'll see you guys in my next video. This has been Willis Gaming, and peace.
No. Je to za nami. Dobre, je to za nami. Môžem sa zrekapitulovať. 344. relaxačný tréningový deň je za nami. Bolo 30.10.2024, skončili sme nášho času 19.02. Prepičusové teraz 18.02. Teď skončili sme 19.03, 30.10.2024, segment trval 17 minút a 30 sekúnd.